Boy, do we have a terrific guest in store for you right here live on the Jim Masters Show, entertainment, lifestyle, celebrity talk show series. We have Dorothy Meyers joining us from New Jersey, USA, just outside New York City. She's an acclaimed TV and film actress, model, and lots more. And she's all excited to be here on JMS. We're all excited to have her here and to have you with us as well. Hey, I'm your host, Jim Masters. Thanks for stopping by the Jim Masters Show live series, where we're bringing back that lost art of conversation with our famous JMS Light, Love, and Levity, or as we call it, Levity. Hope you guys are doing well today. Just another busy, crazy day for me in this world of television and radio, multiple radio shows today, 2 TV shoots, lots of scripts to write, voiceovers, and of course, preparing these shows for all of you as quickly as we can because we do so many shows. The content, we're right around 900 shows in less than 3 years, which it took MASH 11 years to do 230 episodes, MASH on CBS. So it gives you an idea of the amount of shows and content and what it's like behind the scenes to do these massive episodes of the Jim Masters Show live series. But boy, do we love doing it. Boy, do I love doing it for all of you hosting and producing these shows. We have so many great conversations, terrific guests that come in from all around the world. And of course, we have all of you, our JMS Levity viewers or our Levity squad. Gang, if you would like to comment during the show, you can do it while the show is live. You can also do it when the show is not live. You can just drop a comment in our comments section on our YouTube channel, which is Jim Masters TV, where we archive and house all the episodes of our incredible acclaimed series, the Jim Masters Show live series. Don't forget to give this episode a like, thumbs up like, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. And if you have, thank you so very much. We appreciate that. It does take a village. We welcome all new viewers and new subscribers to our YouTube channel and the Jim Masters Show. We've heard from so many new people who have discovered our show and by the thousands, which is incredible. The views, the subscribers, people believing in what we're doing and appreciating what we're doing and being entertained, informed, and having fun with us with our international broadcasts we do here. If you'd like to comment in the JMS Levity chat room, now that's something extra special. When you subscribe to the YouTube channel, clicking the red subscribe button, you can chat right now amongst each other with other viewers who are watching right now when the show is on. So that's kind of cool too. That's exclusive. We do that here at JMS. You subscribe to the YouTube channel. It doesn't cost anything to do that. And you can comment in the JMS Levity Hall chat room, say hello to each other, say hello to us and the guest. And we might even sprinkle a comment or two right on the bottom of the screen there. Of course, if you want to support what we're doing, there is super chat, super emojis, super stickers during the chat, which helps us with all of our content. And super thanks, the heart icon. There's a little heart icon on the bottom of the screen under all the episodes. And that heart icon is super thanks. It's saying thanks to us for all of these episodes and hours and hours and hours of guests, content, and tremendous conversation we've had with all of you as well. So thanks for stopping by the show, whether you're watching live or Memorex, as we say it, and we welcome Dorothy to our show. Really extraordinary work. And she's so excited because she has a lot of fantastic things to tell us about that she's working on. She's actually going to be talking to a director in Los Angeles. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. She was born in New Jersey, raised by a single dad who was retired. She's the 10th of 10 siblings, graduate of Trenton Central High, and she made her primetime debut as a co-star on Fox's Almost Family. She's appeared as a co-host on the Dr. Oz show with Chef Roble as well. She was also cast as Harvette Williams, one of her first TV appearances in Stalked, the Harvette Williams Story. Also starred as Kim Worthy in The Real Story on MES, starred as mom in Pharell Williams Brainchild on Netflix. She's also been on The Rachel Ray Show, Fox Philadelphia, Pix 11 News, which is WPIX, Channel 11 in New York. I have a lot of friends that work there. The Morning Show on CBS with the wonderful Gayle King and company. BET, The Perfect Murder, Murder Lies Here. The Ave, King of Newark, The Fearless 2, all on Amazon and Tubi TV. Some of her magazine appearances, because she's also a model as well as a television and film actress. She's been in Harper's Bazaar, on Backstage Magazine, Manhattan Digest, The Hollywood Digest, 360 Magazine, The Hype Magazine, Celeb Crunch magazines. And she's been all over print too, and commercials, including print and commercial appearances for L'Oreal, Dove, the big billboard at Times Square, Hair Secret by Finishing Touch, the New Jersey Lottery, Penn Medicine, National Ramp, Thrive Cosmetics, Nurx, Google, Money Lion, Nike Jordan, B Magic, AAA, Taxi, and lots more. That's just a short list of what our special guest has done and continues to do. So you see her on television and film, commercials, modeling, print, billboards in Times Square, and everywhere else. And we're so excited to have her here. And there's a lot of cool photos that we have of some of her work. We actually have some video clips too. We're going to tell you what that is and all the other shots that we have. We're really excited. This was something very special too. These are just some shots from some of her professional work. Dorothy Meyers, again, joining us from New Jersey. We're so honored to have her here. And you know what? We're honored to have you stopping by our show. Thanks for joining us, gang. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day is going well. And if it's not going well, don't want to trip up on that sentence. If your day is not going well, stick with us. We're going to put a smile on your face as we always do here at JMS. Here's Dorothy Meyers. Dorothy, welcome to the Jim Masters Show. Good to have you. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Very welcome. So how are things in the Garden State today?
Wow. I had to prepare for today, so I was extremely busy today. But other than that, everything's been great. Everything's been wonderful. I'm staying busy, trying to keep up with myself.
That's it. You and I were talking about that. We were comparing notes about how crazy busy we both are in these respective industries. And sometimes, you lose track, you lose sight of it all. And then it all hits you all at the same time. You got these texts and these emails and these phone calls and these projects and got to go here and and it all piles up. And you're like, holy cow. When is Sunday morning so you can sleep in? If you can even do that on Sunday morning. It's, I know for me, I worked weekends for years and years and years on Saturday and Sunday, hosting a show on iHeartRadio for years. So I don't miss that per se. When I get to have a Sunday off, maybe a family day and a deep breath day and a go to the park day. How about you? How do you balance all the busyness with family and staying in touch with Dorothy?
I ask myself that all the time, and I still don't really have an answer. It's just that for me, I love what I do, and I'm a workaholic. So I don't know. I just can't stop. I'll just say it that way. We all do need a break from time to time. We need some me time, but it's just, I don't know. I'm just in love with what I do. So when you're in love with what you do, you just want to do it all the time.
Absolutely. Where do you think that passion comes from? Obviously, there's inspiration within, and I can definitely tap into that. We talk a lot about that actually here on the Jim Masters Show Live series. Growing up, were you surrounded by lots of love and support and inspiration around you?
Well, growing up, I was the baby, so I was kind of spoiled. I got what I want, but unfortunately, not the case anymore. If I want something, I have to go do it myself. So, but, growing up being, the 10th child and, my dad raising all 10 of us, it was wonderful because I didn't have to do anything. But now it's like the opposite. I did nothing then, and now I'm doing everything. Why not?
My mother's the youngest of 16.
Oof.
Can you imagine that? And there's and there's only 20 years difference between our oldest aunt and my mother.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that amazing?
It is.
Huge
family runs in my family as well. Yeah.
Well, they didn't have Netflix and all that at that time, so
right. They were doing something else.
They didn't have Paramount and Peacock and Tubi and all these options,
Exactly.
A lot of land that needed to be tilled.
Right. Yeah. I will not be taking after them with all the kids.
Following in those footsteps,
Mm-mm,
right?
I'm not doing that. No.
When did you realize that the arts and entertainment was something that was you were destined for? Were you a kid in school who liked to participate in school plays, and when did you notice it, and when did people around you, maybe teachers, others, notice that you have the bug and you're loving it all, the arts?
Well, it's kind of crazy because I actually started off modeling. I was very shy, but I was very tiny, but tall. I have very long legs. So I kind of fit the description of a model.
Yeah.
And then everyone would approach me, do you model? Can you model for us? And then, I'm like, no, no. And then I decided to give it a chance, So I'm like, okay, I loved it. I actually fell in love with it. But I guess as I got older, I realized that wasn't a passion of mine. It was just something that I was just great at doing,
Yes.
and growing up watching TV, watching kind of everything on television, sports to wrestling, to Gilligan's Island, things like that. I realized that I can do that. So I had to take that shyness and just throw it out of the park and just become who I want to be.
So how did you do that? What was your master plan, or did it just evolve as you went along?
What's so I did not have a master plan. I didn't have a master plan at all. I just decided, you know, I'm still going to do modeling, but I'm going to take some classes because I don't know what I'm doing. It's a lot easier. It looks easier than it really is. It's really hard. But I decided to take classes, and I'm still taking classes to this day. And, you have to,
Lifelong learner.
yeah, it's, if there's something that you really, really, truly want to do, the only way that you're going to find out if you can do it is you have to go out there and do it. And I
That's
was
right.
just like, I can't do that. And, that was in my mind a long time, but
Yeah.
you will never catch me saying that now.
No, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Now, Gilligan would want you to go forward from watching Gilligan's Island, right?
Absolutely.
Isn't
Mhm.
that right, Gilligan?
Oh, snap. I did not know you had that there. I
No,
like
this
it.
came, believe it or not, Bob Denver played Gilligan, and his wife, Dreama Denver, says, Aloha, Jim, Dreama
Oh,
Denver. She
wow.
was
I
a guest
see.
twice, three
Oh,
times on our series, the wife of
okay.
Bob Denver of Gilligan. And she saw the set with all the cool things we have, the I Dream a Genie bottle and
Mhm.
all these cool things. And she said, "You're missing something. What are you missing?" I'm missing, I guess, a Gilligan. So she sent
Uh,
along Gilligan, and he sends
love
his
it.
love to you, Dorothy, huh?
Ooh, ooh,
How
ooh,
cool
ooh.
is that, huh?
Oh, don't let me come there. I might steal it.
You have to, but only if you bring your toys. Get your toys, bring your toys, and then
I have some from London, so
do
I
you
have
really?
little teddy bears from London that my brother gave me. Yes,
Cool.
I won't let anybody touch them.
No, 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 that's special. That's special
Mhm.
stuff.
Yes.
So you were saying, that as you were sort of devising or things were just rolling in your direction, you started with the modeling first. Was it predominantly print modeling? Did you do runway as well?
I was a runway girl.
You were the runway,
I
yeah.
was the runway girl all the time. Very little print. I just think that because, I had that height, those long legs, everybody wanted to see me in their garments. So, and I
Yeah.
love walking down the runway. I
Yeah.
love it. So,
I
mhm.
used to MC, which for some that means master of ceremonies, several fashion shows in New York. And in the beginning of the career, while I was getting into radio and getting into television and everything out
Mhm.
of school, I think even in high school, I did some modeling as well, predominantly print. So I was doing print modeling, but then when it came to like the runway stuff, I would be the host or the
Okay.
MC, talking to the audience, describing what Dorothy was wearing.
That's fun too.
It is absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. When you can work the crowd and have
Yeah.
fun with the audience, which is really, yeah, you can sort of hone your skills and your
Mhm.
chops. So, how did you do that? I mean, the modeling transitioned to or started to include the acting.
I did.
When did you start to bring that into the mix?
I started acting in 2009. I figured I would start because, I was already familiar with the camera. So
Yeah,
I just needed to get my face out there. and learn a lot of things, obviously. And I started doing a lot of background. You know, I love background. Um, and I got pretty lucky with background because a lot of the roles that I did, I got a featured background role. So I was just
Mm.
like, okay. And, I was familiar with the camera. So I just wanted to just keep going up a notch. I went from the modeling thing and then I did the background, now, supporting. And now I'm looking to do that lead. So once I find that lead at series regular, I'm going for it.
I mentioned some of the projects and productions you've been a part of. What are some of the ones where you've done the background and featured background that we might recall as well?
Oh, definitely like Law and Order, NCIS. I've done a lot on, ID channel as well. Um, with what it's called. Well, that was the Brainchild was on the Netflix. I've done so
Netflix,
many
yeah.
things. Blind Spot, Nurse Jackie, Deceived on
Nurse Jackie,
BET.
yeah.
Oh my God! So there's so many. There's so
Wow.
many. I know I can't even keep track anymore. So I was just like, oh wow, yeah.
Did you get calls? I did a couple of different things too. Law and Order, where they film at Chelsea Piers there in
Mhm,
Lower Manhattan,
mhm.
and the FX series Lights Out was another one. But
Okay.
you get that call or that contact like 10 o'clock at night. They need you in the city at
Mhm.
6 a.m. This is
Yes.
central casting calling.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
then you're like, gee, okay.
Yeah.
Do I move that around so I can get on Law and Order? Yeah.
Right, right, exactly. So that's what I had to do. It was always at the last minute, just like you said. So you always got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You know what I
You
mean?
have always have a bag packed, right?
Always.
You
My
never
bag
know.
is packed.
Your bag is packed. Has this required a lot of travel for you too? Have you you're here in the tri-state area where
Mhm.
our home base is here, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, but does it take you to LA a lot and to other places?
Well, I think I've been to LA maybe once. Wasn't a really big fan of LA. I think it's a little too hyped. Meaning it's
You're an
more
East Coast girl. You're an East Coast. Yeah.
well, and it's not just that. I think it's more people exaggerate when it comes to LA. I think you could find the same opportunities, here in New York as well as Atlanta, rather than going all because I have a lot of people from here moving all the way to LA. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
if a
Yeah.
job's going to call me and they want me to come to LA, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Love you, Jersey, but
I'm gone.
that's it, right? Exactly.
Mhm.
But there's an authenticity, I guess, on the East Coast, maybe that you like and you enjoy, in New York and Philadelphia and Boston and what have you, which is terrific. So most of the work you've been able to do in the tri-state area, then.
That is correct. Most of it is.
Right.
I finally branched off and went to Massachusetts last year. I wanted to do something different. And, with my resumes, I have a lot of web series that I work on.
Yes.
And I joined another web series because I love it. And it's way in
Cool.
Massachusetts, but it was well worth it. It's called Love Undone. And, it's just, nowadays, I'm ready to travel rather than just stay here. So,
And if the travel meant heading over to Europe or other places, you're got that bag ready to go.
bye bye.
Yeah, or
Yes,
Australia or
yes, absolutely.
Japan, whatever it is,
Yep.
right?
Find that right director. I'm gone.
So, what's a typical day like for you? You must have a lot of things going on, and is it ever tough to manage it all?
It's very tough to manage. Sometimes I really don't understand how I can have time just for me, just to sit down just for a couple minutes, whether it's to take a deep breath or just to have a cup of coffee or something. That is very, very challenging, but I already know in the end it's going to be well worth it. Well worth it. So, I'm ready to do whatever I got to do, as long as it's legal.
Right.
As long as it's legal.
There is that caveat that she has, so make sure you know that, folks, when you call her,
That's right.
which is a great way to be and a great way to do it all. The amazing thing is the variety of things too, Dorothy, that you've had an opportunity to be a part of. We got a chance, a friend of mine who's actually one of our viewers too, to be on set there at the Rachel Ray show. And I believe this is her last year. I think she's wrapping up
Oh, yes.
the series. What was it like being on the Rachel Ray show?
Oh my God. Well, I had no idea that I was going to be the intro for the show. Like the very first person you would see when it comes on, I'm thinking they're going to show me at the end, or maybe not show me at all, because, we get cut a lot,
That happens, yeah.
our
On the
scenes
editing
don't
room floor, right?
exactly. So
Hmm.
when I watched it, I'm just like, oh, that's me. So I had to pause, wait, was Paul's around then? I think so, because I got a few shots of still shots.
Right.
But it was amazing. I just couldn't believe it. Like,
Yeah.
and I just knew there was, every time I get these featured roles and I get a role like, Rachel Ray opportunity, I just feel that God has taken me to where I really, really want to be. And that is in acting. I'm still going to model, of course, because I love it, but I'm actually in love with acting.
Yes. And we have some evidence of that. We have a clip here. It's very short. It's Mother of Martians.
Yes, that's a new project as well.
That's a new one. Let's
Mhm.
take a look at that clip. You could see Dorothy doing her thing. This is just a clip, of the breadth and scope of the incredible work that she does and has done and continues to do. Take a look at this, and we'll come back and we'll talk about this here on the Jim Masters Show. Here it is.
Your mother is a very famous woman. She accomplished something historic.
You walk out that door, NASA's no longer responsible for you. Or the kid.
The great American hero returns.
Hey, Dad.
Guys, she was interstellar for like 6 years.
Where in the mission objective does it say have sexual intercourse with a Martian?
We created a life. This is my child, Primo.
Mother of God.
Is it dangerous?
Honestly, we don't know much about it.
Time to shine, Webster.
You think people will remember you as a hero? As the first person to walk on Mars?
I am the first person to walk on Mars.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
Thank
How does
you.
it make you feel when you see it? Kind of tingly, huh?
Yeah, and I usually don't watch myself, but I'm really proud of that performance. I think that has to be one of the best performances I've ever done, and it kind of fits up to, my personality, a commander, someone who is, she's not, she's not playing. I'll just say it that way. She doesn't hold anything back, and, you just can't run over on this commander.
That's right. Exactly. Everybody sit up straight.
That's
She's
right.
in the house.
That's right.
Exactly. Well, that's a really cool clip. We have some more here
Thank
too
you.
to share with our audience. This is, I believe, it's sort of like you're doing some work for Hallmark. I think you're going to be Hallmark Holiday. So we've got a clip there. I think we've got a part 1 and we've got a part 2. We'll play that and then we'll talk about that when we come back as well. Here's part 1 of it. It's cool stuff. This is your life, Dorothy Meyers.
She's finally up. Mama?
Mom, what are you doing here? I thought you were out of town for Christmas.
I was, down south. We were preparing for a small, intimate Christmas. Then I received word from here about Mama Belle's accident. So we got our gifts, got in the car, and drove back up to celebrate Christmas here.
We?
Yeah. We. And apparently you tied yoga? You've never been one for balance. Mama wants to talk with you. Every single restaurant in Harlem, especially Wells, has been calling her, giving her the business about you changing vendors.
I love the facial expressions too.
Wow. I
Cool
forgot that's
stuff when you
public.
see it back, right?
I forgot.
So for the audience watching, tell us what we were seeing and what you were doing. That was that kind of like an audition or a
That
reading, a
was.
scene reading?
Yeah, that was an audition. That was a scene that I auditioned for Hallmark. Sadly, I didn't get it, but there will be a lot more to come. Yes.
That was a great. I thought you were great, and just
Thank
the facial expressions as well.
you.
There's actually we've got a little bit of a part two to that. Let's take a look at that, and you can see more, gang.
We had all this passion and concern mixed with self-righteousness and a lot of immaturity.
Lots of immaturity. Time and space were good for us then. Social media. I forgot who friended who.
You friended me.
Of course. I saw that profile photo. You always look so doggone good. Focus, please. So, yes, we started out as friends. Before long, we sent each other DMs.
Simple good morning messages.
Which eventually led to longer messages.
Yeah, ones where we really got a chance to talk to each other. Finally, we decided to see each other in person. One thing led to another, and we finally connected.
Really connected the way we always wanted to. We're sorry.
What happens now when, say, you disagree about something?
We agree to disagree. You give each other space or time when needed. Most importantly, you give chance after chance. There's no second or third chance only. It's bottomless chances only.
So the people on the other side, I love your reactions. The people on the other side are other actors and actresses reading lines as well, or are they the casting people?
Those are all me.
You're doing the other voices too?
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that from one of
wow.
my acting coaches. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Minnie
I didn't
McKenzie. Yep.
realize. I thought you were like, on a Zoom thing and they're reading their lines, you're reading yours, or casting is feeding
Yep.
you lines and then you're reading your part. You're doing the whole thing.
I'm doing the whole thing.
Wow. Very
Yeah.
cool. So that's a little bit of an exclusive behind the scenes. You see how some of it is done, folks, when auditioning for these roles and these parts in films and television. In this case, with the technology of self-tape and all of that, you can do that kind of stuff now from your home or anywhere, right?
Yep. Change up your voice.
I think that's fantastic to know that you did all of the voices in that. I thought it was you, and then, like I said, other actors and actresses sort of doing their part, but you were doing it all. That is really,
Thank
really
you. Thank
cool.
you.
And you paced it out. It's almost as like you can play a twin on TV.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that role.
That's it. They used to do that a lot on soap operas. They used to do the twin, the evil twin sister, or whatever it would be.
I just auditioned for that, something like that, but I didn't get it. I did for Lifetime. I didn't get it though.
So that's it, right. That's in the mix as well. Now this is the monologue. I think this is Cicely Tyson. This is another clip we have here. I love how you're like surprised by everything. This is cool stuff. It's great to see again the behind the scenes. This is a monologue, folks, with Dorothy. Take a look and enjoy another exclusive here on the Jim Masters Show. And drop a comment for us. Give us a like, drop a comment, and interact. There you go.
I bought that house off Peachtree when I was pregnant with you. Oh, I was so proud of that house. It wasn't much, but it was mine. I built a porch swing and tended a little garden that was just right out front. Oh man, I used to bake up a storm on that old stove. You know, the ones you used to have to light with a long match. And then one winter, your Uncle Clyde came by and said he needed a place to stay. Just until he got on his feet, he said. And, you know, you can't turn your back on family. And then one day, I woke up in the middle of the night. I don't know what it was. I just woke up. You know, I walked down the hall to look in on you. And then he came out your room. And I knew what he had done. You know, he was a big man. He liked his liquor and his hooch. Smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day. He was always stanking up the house with that cigarette smoke. And all the time, he'd just fall asleep on the couch, lit cigarette hanging out his mouth. And I'd go by and I'd put it out. And then one night, not too long after, you know, he fell asleep on the couch, drunk as a skunk, lit cigarette hanging out his mouth. You know, I got you and your brothers and sisters and, you know, out of bed. And then we went over to Aunt Mabel's to sleep. And then that night, that house that I loved so much, it burned to the ground. And your Uncle Clyde burnt right with it. Oh, I know how you've been torturing yourself about what went on here, baby. And maybe you did something real bad. I don't know. But I know if you did, you had your reason. And then sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Even if all you got is a long match and a very flammable hooch.
I had to bounce out of that one. I was just like,
Yeah, you know, it's cool because it's like you were involved in the intensity of the role, and then you had to sort of shake yourself out of it and come back to Dorothy a little bit, right? It's cool. And I like the way you hold the, you know, you hold the look. You know, like somebody holding a smile, you hold the look as you need to, and that is cool. You also, do you do any voiceover work, narration, and or singing? Because you do have a nice, smooth tone to your voice, sort of a rich, textured, sultry sound to the voice. You do any vocal work?
I do voiceovers, and I can sing, but I can't sing. There's a difference between the two. I can sing, but I can't really. My rhythm will be a little off. Let's just say it that way. But I can sing, but I just can't sing.
Notes. It's just they may come at different times.
Right.
Right.
In the choir. Let's just say it that way.
Where the note is there, harmony. Yeah, surrounded by the harmony, where everybody is sort of
where everybody sings. I'll take that.
In unison. Yeah, well, it is a great sound as well, and great job on those clips. And yeah, I mean, really brilliant actress. And we mentioned the modeling too. I mean, look at these great shots. Very nice.
Oh, this is my favorite. It's my favorite shoot.
That's a great, that's a great shot. That's a cool, yes. Yeah, that's right. You rang. That's a great one too.
Thank you.
All the different looks. Yeah. That's a great look. Yeah, that's a really great look. So when you're acting and modeling as well, but with the acting, what do you pull from? What are your reserves that you pull from to be able to then immerse yourself and lose yourself in the actual character? And just in the few clips we've seen so far, we could see that you have this great ability to do that. The training is there, but how do you do it from your perspective? What do you pull from?
Okay. Well, it took me a while to, I guess, connect to what I wanted to pull from. So I just decided to take situations that I've been in and visualize them as I'm doing a scene that, that could be emotional. Or if there's a scene that's drama, I would, take a situation that I've been in and put that situation, place it exactly to where I am in this moment during the scene. So that's where all the emotions come from, because I'm visualizing what I've experienced in the past and I bring it into the present, into that present scene. If that makes sense.
It does. Yes. You're pulling from the emotion of things that have occurred in your life.
Yes.
And they can feed what's required for the scene at that time. How do you, when a scene is really intense and it calls for you to really dig in deep, how do you separate Dorothy from the character and from the role? Sometimes you'll hear people say that they're so immersed in a role, and it could be maybe a series where they're always that person and they play that person for years, or it could be a mini series or a movie where they've been shooting the movie for a year plus, and they get so in tune with the character, regardless of what the character's personality is or what the content is, but they sometimes have trouble separating. They're so emotionally weaving themselves into the body and nature of that character that they have trouble detaching from the character when the camera isn't rolling. And you hear lots of people, major people doing it for years, saying, yeah, that role was so intense. I actually had to take a break, or I had to go away on a boat, or I just got so invested in that character that, the public sometimes can always want you to be that character. And sometimes you can be typecast as a character.
Right.
But what's the technique you use to, when something's intense and it really demands all of you, how do you work through that and separate Dorothy from that? Because there's little elements of Dorothy in it. How do you separate when it's really intense?
Well, I just did, during the class that I'm actually working in right now, I actually had to perform a monologue, and I did experience a deeper connection based on this monologue that I chose than I've ever, and it was even more intensified than the one for Cicely Tyson. But Dorothy is just not there at all. I completely just picked Dorothy up and just put her in a box. She's in a box. She's nowhere around. So I've never had that problem where not being able to separate the two. I'm just not Dorothy at all when I'm performing, at all.
That's terrific to be able to do that. Does that, you think, come from the extensive training, the ongoing training, you think?
I would say a mixture of ongoing training as well as situations that I've been in that, one of the things that we do in life is that we don't really kind of talk about a lot of things. We don't let people in on what's going on with us because, our life is our life and we're private. Most of us are private. So it's kind of coming out when I do these scenes. I'm not going to bring it out on anyone else. I'm just going to let it come out when I do my scenes or a monologue. So it's just taken me to, I turn into a totally different person. It's kind of weird because I've never really seen myself like that until like maybe last year was kind of like the first time. I'm like, wow, I can really go higher than I even thought. You just never know. You just never know what you can do until you actually do it, unless until you're actually pushed to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Sometimes, and sometimes the push is really good because you tap into areas of yourself that you thought perhaps you'd never tap into or didn't even know was there, or maybe you knew was there, but you suppressed it and you thought people wouldn't react to it in the way that you hope. But then being pushed, you have to push back and dig deep. And that allows these other beautiful things to rise to the surface, which can be very beneficial, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I had no idea some of these things that are coming out of me were in me. And it's a great thing because I'm growing every day. I'm learning every day. I love to learn. There's no shame in that. I still take classes. I'm loving what I'm doing right now.
Yes, which is incredible.
Thank you.
What are some of the cool things well, here's something you've worked on. Tell us about this one.
Oh, that was an audition. It was really funny when I was trying to be creative with it.
This was 5 minutes before we went live, folks, when she was trying to figure out how to get on the show. And that's me up in the corner there on the other side. We're doing a Zoom, and I'm on the other side helping her through. No, just plug this, type the name in.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Right?
That's Jim and Dorothy. Tag team. And look at the expression on her face. She's like, what? She's doing the Whoopi Goldberg. What the hell?
Right? Oh my God.
I gotta press what?
Oh, that's super funny.
Yeah, you gotta laugh, right? I'm a
Yes.
big believer in finding the funny in life. You have to.
Um,
So this was an audition, right? Tell us about this.
Oh God, it was so long ago. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember. I can't remember, but that's like the first comedy audition or second comedy audition that I've ever had. And my personality is
Yeah.
a little witty, so
Yes.
I can't even remember which one it was. It was so many, but
Yeah. Do you like comedy? You lean comedy?
I used to.
Yeah.
I used to. So I love drama now. But the crazy thing is I'm a witty person and I make people laugh, but not on purpose. I don't do it on purpose. I know they down there, laughing at me now.
Right.
But
Exactly.
I don't do it on purpose, but I've always wanted to do comedy.
Yeah.
Something in comedy. So that was one of my favorite comedy auditions. It was
So
pretty
if a situation comedy came your way, you would be interested in that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think that would bring more of Dorothy out, which is so funny. It's crazy.
Exactly. Now you were on this too. You were involved in this show. Tell us about this. This
Oh
was
wow.
just Inside the Box, I think.
Yes. Oh my God. That right. Okay. The coach is obviously Tracy Moore. And there is a show called Inside the Black Box
Yeah.
where you basically get to improv in front of not just your class and not just celebrities, but you get to improv in front of the whole world. The whole world is watching.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. I was a little nervous at first because I wasn't really sure, and I don't really get nervous anymore.
Yeah.
But it actually turned out pretty good. It was pretty interesting.
Do you like improv?
I love improv. I'm not even sure if I made that video public, but I love improv. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So if they throw something at you, go out there and do something, you can make it happen.
I'll try. I'll try. I didn't say I was good at it.
The way she said that too. I'll try.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try. I'll try my best.
She'll give it her best shot.
Right. I won't say no, but I'll try.
Here Are You Here? Tell us about this.
Oh, that's Mother of Martian again.
That's a great look too.
Thank you.
You look, really serious and you're determined, and which I think is great. And here's another one too. That was on Fox.
Oh, that's
Almost Family, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Snow. The amazing.
What was it like being on that?
Oh my God, it was so amazing. They made me feel like a superstar. We probably only did like 3 or 4 takes of that, and it was like, we got it. And I'm like, that's it? Like, are you sure? Like, I can stay longer. And
it's like, right, yeah. The drive here was longer than the actual.
It was, but it was wonderful. I got picked up, so, to have that, people picking you up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it
cachet,
so special. It was wonderful. Yeah. And she was wonderful as well. She's great. Yeah.
So you've done a lot of the performance side, the acting, the modeling, and all. Do you like directing, writing, producing, creating your own works as well? Is that something that you're doing, have done, or would like to do?
Oh, well, actually, I haven't tried that. The only thing I have written was I started writing like my own monologues like years ago, but I never did anything with it. I just use it for like auditions, for my own story. One time I auditioned for David E. Talbert, and it was my own story. And he was like, "Oh my God, where'd you get that story from?" And I'm like, "It's my life story." And he was like, "You should be in theater." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." But I'm not really a big theater fan, but I have a couple projects coming up for theater. So I'm trying that again.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Wow. So, being here in the New York area, off Broadway at all, would those be considerations?
Not at this moment, but when I retire, I plan on doing more theater, which will be, just in a couple of years. I'll do some theater. Yeah. But I
Nice.
love Broadway.
You do, huh?
I do.
Is there an ultimate role for you? Do you see a role out there that you wish was created because you think it just would be a role that would be spot on for you? You would just grab by the horns?
I would say like the witty either sister or sister-in-law or somebody funny. That I know. Because I have a little witty personality that tends to come out from time to time, but definitely somebody witty, even though drama's my thing for TV, but for theater, it would definitely be someone witty because of my personality.
Are there people too that you either past or present that are on your bucket list that you would like to work with or wish that you had an opportunity to work with, people that maybe inspire you?
Oh, absolutely. You mentioned one tonight, Whoopi Goldberg, of course, Will Smith, Denzel Washington, Meryl Streep, Viola Davis. I can keep going on and on and on. There's a lot. There are a lot of them. I can't even name them all, to be honest with you. Queen Latifah, and she's doing her show in New York. I'm trying to get on there. I'm trying to get on there.
Are you?
I'm trying. I could be her sister. I got my uniform. I'm ready.
And of course, people of the past like a Cicely Tyson,
yes,
iconic, Sidney Poitier, one of my favorite actors of all time. So many incredible people, right?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy. Oh my God, there's so many. There are so many. I mean, especially from the past. I mean, I grew up loving, oh my God, Penny Marshall, and I was a big fan of like Laverne and Shirley, and
we had her daughter on the show recently.
Really?
Tracy Reiner on. We did an episode celebrating the life of Cindy Williams, who I knew.
Aww.
And we brought in a couple of folks who knew her as well, worked with her. And we had Penny Marshall's daughter, Tracy, on talking about the whole thing, the series and everything. And it was very touching. It's in the archives. People can see the episode on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. But so you grew up on those comedies of the Laverne and Shirley's and all of the.
I did. I think maybe that's where all this personality thing is coming from, right? I think so. Oh, and Robin Williams. I miss him like crazy. Ooh,
Robin Williams.
I miss him so much. Patrick Swayze.
Right.
I miss him. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them. There are so many.
Gregory Hines.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Another incredible. Gone too soon, like Patrick.
Yeah.
What are some things that I know you mentioned that you're talking to an LA director? I think it's tomorrow. What are some things that you're excited about that are in the offing for you?
Well, I booked a pilot, so I'm pretty excited about that to see where that goes.
That's cool, huh?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. I also booked another series, and they have an extremely huge following. But I'm not going to mention their name until I start recording. You know.
Always get it down and then say, hey, look, here it is.
Exactly. So I have two that I booked that I'm going, waiting to, film. So I'm excited about that. But the main thing I'm excited about is to retire from my 9 to 5 job.
What do you do during the day?
I am a government worker. I work for the state.
You are for the state of New Jersey. Yeah. Yes. She's or one of the states, and
Yeah, one of the states. Yeah, yeah.
it could be any state. It could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Montana. It could be
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
So you do. But so you have the structure. And how many years have you been with them?
Wow, total, I think 24.
So
24.
you'll have the retirement in place. You'll have so
Mhm.
then you can pursue more of your passions
Yes.
like
I can
this.
do what I want. I can do what I want. Oh, I'm excited.
See how I smoothed it out? I said,
Yes.
pursue more of your passions, but it's really do more of what I want. Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
But you put the time in. You put the time in doing
Right.
and building up the resources to be able to do that. Some people don't do that. They do the flip. They do the LA and all that first without
No.
anything underneath them, and then
Right.
they
Yeah.
go broke,
Yeah.
and then they come back home, and then they try to find the civil service job to bring in the revenue. So you did it that way. So while working in that job, which is a serious job, dedicated job, you were able to weave in these opportunities, huh?
Absolutely. That's why I stay busy at night, on the weekends. Sometimes I'm barely making it in the door, but I'm still making it in the door, you know?
Exactly.
Praise
Yeah.
God, you know?
Yes, exactly. So you're counting the days down.
Right. Right. I haven't figured out exactly when yet. So I have a little bit more things that I need to handle first before I decide exactly when. But it's coming. And I have plans. I have plans exactly what I'm going to do.
You've got it sort of mapped out.
I do. I got my vision board ready. I'm just ready.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Thank you.
What are some of the so you got a lot of cool things that are coming up, which is exciting. Is there anything you haven't done that you'd like to tackle? Anything you'd like to add to the mix of things that you've done?
That's a really great question. I know I've done so much of some stuff.
This, that, and the other thing. Yeah.
You know what I would love to possibly try to do? It involves acting, though. I would like to try to do a Western like Regina King. I don't know how to do that voice, though, but I've been practicing it. I've been, but I need a lot more practice. I would like to try to do a Western,
Cool. Yeah.
I have that kind of personality to do a Western where I'm cool, but low key, cool.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right.
I want to try that. I want to try that.
Do you have a holster?
No, not yet.
Okay. Next Christmas, Santa Claus, bring her a holster. She's going to do a
Right?
Western. She's got to have the holster.
That's true. I do. I do need that.
Do you have the horse?
No, I can't. I don't think I can. I don't think I can get on a horse. No, they're too high up, and
They're up there, but they have ladders now, little step ladders.
Oh,
They
no.
have things that you can, because there's a lot of people who go on horses. I was just on a horse like a month ago for a TV shoot in California,
Oh.
and I hadn't been on one for a little bit, and it
Mhm.
was cool. Yeah, it was, and the horses are high, it was pretty high up, but got on it. And the main thing when you do get up on the horse is you don't want to thrust yourself with such strength that you thrust yourself up and over.
I've been
You
on
wanna-
one once, but I have vertigo now, so
You
that's
do.
not a good idea for me to get on.
To
but
get on and sort of the
I miss
equilibrium.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
So no roller coasters for you.
No roller coasters, no bikes. What's those? The bikes, the dirt bikes. None of that. They go too fast.
Motorcycles
none of it.
and yeah.
I'm going to get on a bike, a regular bike. I could do a stationary bike.
What are some hobbies? What are some things that you like to do offset, off camera? Do you like to cook? Do you like to spend time with family? What are some things that you like to do that sort of balances out all of the demands of being in the world of modeling and film and television and more?
Well, I love to walk, and I love to listen to music. Oh, I'm so in love with music as well.
Me too. Both of those. I checked those boxes. Yes.
I was asking my daughter the other day. I said, I don't know which one I'm more in love with. Is it music or TV? music or TV? She's like, I think it's music. I'm like,
Is
I
that how she said
don't
it?
know. Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know. So yeah, but I love to walk. I don't know. You know what I recently started doing, like, in 2020 during the COVID thing, I started getting on that maxi climber. I know it looks
Ah,
difficult. It looks difficult, but it's not that bad.
yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. So I love the maxi climber as well. So I don't like working out, but I just like that machine. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
No, it's something that, well, there's the other one that became big during the whole pandemic is the Peloton.
Oh
That's
no.
the other one.
Mm-mm.
But I think you got to mortgage your house for that one.
No. Is that the one that moves the
Thousands.
whole body with the legs and the arms and all that?
Yeah, well, yeah, you always see the commercials where they're going,
No, no,
it's like,
I'm not
yeah,
doing that one.
it's just,
I'm too lazy for that one.
yeah, you like one that, yeah, has a little bit more of a flow. And do you have music going?
I do. I have
What's
my
your music of
fiance going.
choice? What are your
Oh,
favorite?
Beyonce.
Beyonce, yes.
Yes.
You like, I love Motown. I love
Oh,
soul. I love smooth jazz. I like a lot of vocal and instrumental as well. And we'll pull out old school too. We'll pull out 70s and a lot of,
okay.
yeah.
Me
Oh,
too.
sure.
I
Yeah.
love it
Rhythmic
all. I
stuff that
love it
makes you, feel alive. You know what I
all.
mean? And
Oh.
even stuff that has strings in it, actual
I
strings.
like that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't hear that anymore, strings, but
No.
yeah, stuff makes you feel good. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
I
what
love
did you
it all.
do? How did you, what we've gone through in the last couple of years has been extraordinary on many levels.
Hmm.
How did you get through it all? It was a time to reboot, pause, look at our lives, look at next chapter,
Hmm.
what we've done, what we want to do going forward. What
Hmm.
are some of the things that you learned about yourself through the pandemic and all, Dorothy?
Wow. Well, for the pandemic, at one point, I didn't know like how to handle it, to be honest with you. I was extremely lonely, but I did have my daughter here, of course. Me and my daughter actually got closer during COVID. Um, because when you're a teenager, you don't want to be around your mother. They don't want to be around us, but we got a little closer during COVID. But now that COVID is kind of, going away, uh, we got distant again. So for me, what did I learn about myself during COVID is I have a lot of patience. And in life, I never had that before. So patience is something that I learned that I have because let me tell you, I celebrated my 50th birthday alone and I was living it up all by myself, dancing in a video on my iPhone.
Well, yeah,
Like crazy. And I posted all this on social media. People thought I was like really messed up, but I really wasn't. I was just having a good
you were
time.
enjoying, celebrating.
I was enjoying the moment because, we couldn't go anywhere. No one couldn't go anywhere. So,
Exactly right.
but just that I'm a lot more patient than I thought, and
Yeah.
did a lot of auditions during that moment, a lot of auditions, a lot of studying on YouTube. So yeah, just Googling things on, performances. That's how I kind of started initially.
A lot of
YouTube.
people baked a lot of bread. Did you bake a lot of bread during that time?
Um, Not a lot, but a nice
A
amount.
fair amount.
Yes, yes, a fair amount. Yes. But
You
yeah,
like
I
to
was
cook?
doing a lot. No,
She said that fast. Did you see her whole face went,
no,
no, no, don't
no.
ask to
Sorry,
come over and try the meatloaf, Jim. Do not ask that.
I'm not a big cooker. Um, but people in my family they can cook. My
They
dad
like
used to
to,
cook. Yeah, but I just wasn't given that little bug to cook. I have to cook because I have a
even with the Rachel Ray experience, huh?
I should have stayed there and can you teach me how to cook, please?
Rachel, hey, a few tips, Rachel, right?
Yes, that's what I should have did. But no, but I have to cook, because I have a teenager, so and she eats like a boy,
Yeah.
greedy. So I have to cook. But yeah, it's not one of my favorite things to do.
You, one of your first TV appearances and Stalked, the Harvette Williams story. What was that like?
That was pretty interesting. Stalked, it was it just I kind of booked that like at the last minute, so I didn't know what to expect. But the crazy thing about me booking Stalked and the whole storyline is when I booked that role, I was actually being stalked the same exact way that Harvette Williams was, but nobody knew that.
No, yeah, you keep it under wraps.
Yeah,
Wow.
at a networking event. She met this person at a networking event. I met this person at a networking event. I was being stalked like crazy, and I was just like, oh my God, I was meant to play this role. Yeah,
Could relate to the storyline.
absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's amazing, right? Life mirroring art. And
yeah.
then it starred as a mom in Pharrell Williams Brainchild on Netflix. How cool is that, huh?
Oh, that was so much fun. It was extremely fun because I got a chance to make some popcorn. I had a little family going, and electricity went out, and "Oh, what happened, Mom?" So it was really, really fun. Something that you would see on like Disney. So
Yes.
I don't know if the show ever came back again, but I really thought that it was phenomenal for kids. It was
Yeah.
extremely educational. I was watching a lot of episodes myself, trying to learn some things, but it was really for the kids, and I wish they would bring it back.
Also as Kim Worthy in The Real Story, huh?
Yeah, I Googled Kim, and I hear she was pretty tough. And when the man asked me to play her, and I was just like, okay, I can kind of see like the resemblance a little bit there. So she's a tough cookie. I'm like, okay, I heard a lot about her. So yeah,
you Googled and checked it out to get an idea
I
of,
did.
do you
Mhm.
like to play roles that are based on real life characters?
I do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do as well. They
True
could be
story.
a little scary sometimes.
Yeah.
Where you sit and think for a second.
Yeah.
Is this dangerous for me because I'm playing an actual this really happened, you know what I'm saying? So I think about that as well.
Mhm.
So I think there was one more too that oh I did Where Murder Lies. I played Lorraine Hunter as well. That one was extremely scary to play.
Yeah. Murder Lies Here. Yeah.
That one was really challenging to play because I've never held a gun or anything before, but I had to, so it was pretty interesting. It was a challenge, but got through it.
But you got through it.
It was
Got a
great.
lot of TV appearances too, even the morning show on CBS. What was that like?
Oh my God, I was modeling then. I came out and did my little runway thing. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Modeling jeans, and I think it was Philly. I think it was in Philly, right? The morning show I think is in Philly. So yes, that I was doing was that? No, that wasn't my first TV appearance, but as a modeling jeans, it was wonderful. Great
Yeah.
experience. I love it. hmm
And commercial print at L'Oreal, Dove, the Billboard, Times Square. That's kind of cool to see yourself on the Billboard in Times Square, huh?
Let me tell you, I sat there. I'm like waiting and waiting. I was waiting and waiting for it. It was so many people that was in that campaign, but it was a wonderful feeling because it was a campaign that went on for a long time.
Yeah.
So to be able to put that on my resume was amazing.
Unbelievable.
Mhm.
What do you love about all of this? What is it about this work that really speaks to you, Dorothy, that keep you going and keep you wanting to, because you've worked hard in the day job where you could easily retire, like you say, and say, okay, I've done my bit. I worked very hard, but wanting to take on the second career and sort of nurture it even more upon retirement of the government job. What is it about it that thrusts you forward? Some of those blessings and joys in your life.
I think for me, uh, what I enjoy about it the most is it just brings me a sense of peace. I know a lot of these situations are like, weird. The people that I play, their situations can be a little dangerous, but I'm not put in harm's way at all. So for me, it's just a sense of peace, because I'm all about peace and positivity. And acting just gives me that. It just makes me feel really, really good to perform, whether it's, I say nothing is too small for me. That's why I say I love background, because that's exactly where I came from. And one of the things that I will never forget is where I came from. So,
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly right. Somebody that knew that very well George Burns.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, my goodness.
I know, it always puts a smile on everybody's face when he all of a sudden appears. He's got the cigar. He's got the red hanky. My aunt on my mother's side collected dolls, had a room in her house in Connecticut with thousands of dollars worth of real serious collectible dolls. She collected this George Burns, and it got passed down to me. And he's here, and he sends his lovity to you as well. And there's somebody who had a lot of longevity in the business from a comedic standpoint, Mr. George Burns, huh?
I'm going to steal that one too.
I was going to say, you have to dig in and find your toys. And this was cool. Don Fullilove, who played Mayor Goldie Wilson in the Back to the Future movies, was a guest on our show. And he saw the Gilligan and the George and the I Dream of Jeannie bottle. He said, "You got to have a Don Fullilove. You got to have a Mayor Goldie Wilson."
Oh, oh, that was nice.
Isn't that cool?
Nice. I love it.
From Back to the Future.
Oh, wow. I love it.
Isn't that cool? You love it.
It is. Oh my God. You have a lot down there in that box.
There's quite a bit around us here in Lovity Hall, as our viewers call it. You know, they already called you a Jim Master Show Lovity, and I say there's Emmys and Oscars and Peabodys and Tellys and Tonys and Grammys and all of these fabulous awards that you can get in these industries, and rightfully so. But then when you're told you're a Lovity on the Jim Master Show Live, how does it make you feel? Most people say their feet usually start tingling. Are your feet tingling right now, Dorothy?
I got the chills. Let's say it that way.
One of our guests said, I forget what guest it was. I have to look back in the binge archives. They started levitating when they heard they were a Lovity.
What?
They started levitating. That's what they said, I tell you.
Okay. I'm special. We're special.
Yeah, we're special for sure. Absolutely. So good times. You're in a sweet spot right now. You're enjoying it all. You appreciate it all. You respect it all. And you're continuing to hone your craft as you've done a lot of great things already in modeling and film and television, with much more coming your way. Best of luck with it all. And we're going to keep the porch light on for you, as I always say. And I hope you enjoy the time with me as much as I have with you, and the show met whatever expectations you had, Dorothy.
Of course. I had such a wonderful time. You know, I got to come back.
You are definitely going to come back. Absolutely. Kathleen in New York City says, "Thanks for being here, Dorothy, sharing your life with us. Good luck with all you do." And Lachelle Pittman, good to see you. Welcome to the show, Lachelle. She goes, "Wow." And she's been raving, and she goes, "Blessings" as well.
Thank you.
Our friend Lisa smiles and says hello as well. And Sherry Larson, thank you, Dorothy, for being here tonight and sharing your life and career with us. Good luck in all you do.
Thank you.
To retire. Nice stuff from everybody, huh?
Thank you.
And more coming in. So they can find you on social media and all the usual suspect places. And this was really cool having you with us, Dorothy. Much blessing and joy continued in your life. And thanks for all you've done to entertain and put smiles on our faces. And we'll keep a lookout for more from you, Dorothy. And good luck with everything that's coming your way.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Oh, lovely, right back. And spread the word about the Jim Masters Show to everybody, our series. We would love that. It takes a village, doesn't it?
It takes a village. I will do that.
So now what are you going to do? Make a sandwich?
Coffee. Coffee is
coffee. Yeah, you have some scripts to review and stuff for the audition.
I have an audition.
So you got to get that coffee going.
I do, in order to get that audition out.
That's it. Well, good luck with it. All right. And let's definitely stay in touch, Dorothy. Okay.
We'll do.
And hopefully, we're in the tri-state area here. So hopefully maybe one day we'll be, breaking bread in the same diner or whatever it may be.
Absolutely.
Never
say never.
Never say never. You're a star. You're a star, Dorothy.
Thank you.
We will we'll welcome you back soon, I hope. All right.
All right. Yes. Looking forward.
You be well. You take care.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Absolutely. There goes Lovity Dorothy. You be well.
Bye-bye.
Dorothy Meyers here on the Jim Masters Show live, entertainment, lifestyle, celebrity talk show series. How cool was that? Got a chance to also see some rare behind the scenes auditions that she did for the Hallmark Channel and lots more. And she's been in a lot of cool shows and movie material and TV series. And she grew up on television. She loves television. She loves music. She loves walking. And she loves people. And she loves entertaining. Incredible modeling career, and then sort of branched out into the acting world. And her star is, and you got a chance to meet her right here on the Jim Masters Show in our calm, cool, casual atmosphere here in Lovely Hall. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give us a like on our YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. Give us a thumbs up, like first. That helps us grow, lets us know what you enjoy. There's a thumbs up icon on the YouTube channel on every single episode, hundreds of episodes. Give it a like. Drop a comment for us in the comments section. Leave a comment. We're very interactive. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. It means a lot to us. It doesn't cost anything when you do. And you're a part of the Lovely family when you do that. We thank Dorothy Meyers, brilliant television and film actress and model, for stopping by the Jim Masters Show live series. Absolutely fantastic. Want to let you know, amazing guests that are joining us tomorrow. Michael Sean McHale is going to be with us, actor, producer, Miracle Mike. He's also a healer, and a lot more. He's got a riveting story to tell and lots of incredible things that are going to make you laugh. He is tremendous. He's worked with so many iconic people in Hollywood. Want to let you know that on Saturday, we have 2 shows. We're getting our Irish on with the incomparable Deidre Masterson. Yes, Masterson is coming on The Masters Show. She is an extraordinary award-winning Irish soprano, and she's going to be with us live from Ireland this Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, and it'll be 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and the UK. Now, that's a double Lovity Day, as we call it around here, because you get 2 shows live. Deidre will be with us for our fabulous kicking off St. Patrick's Week this Saturday. And then we have Joel Thurm. Joel is a legend in the industry. He was the vice president of casting and talent for NBC during the years of the A-Team, The Cosby Show, Golden Girls, you name it, Facts of Life, Family Ties, all those shows, movies like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and on and on and on. He's an icon in the industry. He's been involved in Broadway and Hollywood, and he has this incredible, riveting book, Sex, Drugs, and Pilot Season, Confessions of a Casting Director. Legendary Hollywood casting director Joel Thurm with us on Saturday night. Yes, that's going to be terrific. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. So look for that as well, and so many other guests. We have Yuko Kudo. She's joining us. She's an extraordinary artist, actress, singer, creative producer. She's going to share her incredible, moving, and riveting healing journey and celebrate the arts as well. Iconic actress Jill Jacobson, who was on Newhart and Quantum Leap and Star Trek, The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and iconic series and movies, is going to be with us coming up as well. That is just the short list, folks. Folks who are going to be stopping by as well here on the Jim Masters Show series. Very excited about all this. So stay tuned. This is your place for great entertainment, conversations, not interviews. We call these conversations. One more time, we thank Dorothy Meyers for joining us here live and direct from New Jersey, USA, with her wit and her wisdom. And we thank all of you for stopping by. If this was your first time checking out the Jim Masters Show live series, thank you very much. It's so cool to have you here. Don't keep it a secret. Tell everybody you know about our unique series. We're bringing back the Lost Art of Conversation, and we're doing it in style. You're very welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being with us as well. Kathleen Walker in New York City says, thank you, Jim, for another great show. Always something different. Always awesome. Appreciate all you do. You are very welcome. Sherry Larson, hope everyone has a wonderful Friday. Love and hugs. Everybody sleep well. You too as well. You guys are the best. Great audience we have here around the world as our Levity audience continues to grow on the Jim Masters Show live series. This is Jim Masters, your host. Around here, we don't say goodbye. We say see you later. Ciao, cheers, sláinte, shalom, hasta la vista. We say moi Luke, take care, cheerio, sayonara, avida zain. And don't forget to love one another, take care of one another, and don't forget to relax. Yeah, we always say this at the end. Don't forget to relax and take care of yourself. Don't forget to breathe. It's a crazy world out there these days. Don't forget to breathe and share some kindness, share some levity with the world. We appreciate you all. Love you all. Thanks for watching around the world. Lisa, thank you very much. She goes, this was amazing. Thank you, Jim. The pleasure is all mine. Lisa, sending you JMS levity as well. And Jane watching in Sweden. Thanks, Dorothy, for being here tonight with us. Thank you, Jim. Good night, all. For those watching live, we'll be back tomorrow. For those who are watching this later on, archived, because this is being recorded so you can see it again in its entirety. If you joined us late or you just want to see it again or share it, it's on our YouTube channel with almost 900 other episodes that you can binge watch and enjoy here on the Jim Masters Show Live. We love you all. Take care and be well. Thanks for joining us. And this is your host, Jim Masters, sending you some levity from Levity Hall. We'll see you on the next episode. Be well. Cheers.